practicing for a few years, he decided to pursue his other passion, comedy. Since his feature film debut in 2007, he's gone on to star in several memorable roles in a series of successful comedies. He's currently seen as a judge on the Fox hit The Masked Singer. On a personal level, he dedicates his spare time to volunteering with Stand Up to Cancer, which is a cause that is very dear to his heart. He currently resides in Los Angeles with his wife and his twin daughters, and our video presentation of our keynote speech will be made today by the incomparable Ken Jeong.
Hi, I'm Ken Jeong, and it is my true and distinct honor to be here to speak to congratulate, and to celebrate the class of 2021 at West Coast University. As they say in The Masked Singer, I know exactly who you are, and you are graduates. And I really wish I could be there in person and meet all of you face to face. But the good news is, there's light at the end of the tunnel, and that light starts with you. Your class has had to grow up so fast. And because of this COVID-19 pandemic, you know firsthand more than any other medical class in recent history the perspective of how healthcare functions during a prolonged crisis, which is, in this case, the most serious healthcare crisis in over a century. And think about it, you're going to school, and then also real life is your school. In real time, you're educating yourself about a virus that 14 months ago, no one knew how to fix or cure. And you're learning about epidemiology in real time. Terms like herd immunity, reproductive number, positivity rate, mRNA vaccines. If you think about it, real life was also your school. And it was like collectively our whole world was going through med school together. But the key difference is that you, class of 2021 at West Coast University, you have the tools and the know-how through your simulation centers, your WCU student-centric philosophy. You have the context, you have the perspective, the maturity to process all this knowledge that you've gained to effectively heal the world with science, perspective, compassion, and leadership. And that's the key word today, is leadership. If you forget anything about this speech, just remember this. It's all about leadership. And in the last 14 months, we've all learned something about ourselves, right? We've all had moments of self-discovery. And for me, the most important thing I've learned is always be prepared to lead. And always be prepared to lead. For me, it was like for my own family, it's leading my family and getting ourselves educated and updated on all things COVID. You know, just being there, being present for friends of mine when they had questions about COVID. You know, because of my own medical background, because I used to be a physician, and to be honest, it's during this pandemic, I have never felt more like a physician than I have at any other time after I got out of medicine full-time. And even in my own professional life, on The Masked Singer and I Can See Your Voice, there were times I felt like, you know, like a medical officer behind the scenes. I was, you know, I felt like I was helping to manage COVID protocols as well as managing Robin Thicke's hair. I mean, because that's a full-time job. There are no more mirror conventions during COVID. So anyway, please don't share this with Robin Thicke. He doesn't like my hair jokes. But we've all been through a lot, and we've all had to help our loved ones through COVID. And it's through your education. At West Coast University, you have all acquired the science, the know-how, the tools. Now apply that to your leadership. Again, it's all about leadership. We need leaders like you who can get us out of this pandemic, whether it's on a public health level or even at the clinic, the hospital or on the field, if you're an EMT, you need to lead your team in managing your patients safely and effectively. We need qualified leadership. And you, the graduating class of 2021 at WCU, you're qualified leaders. And that leader isn't just in knowledge, it's in compassion. We need compassionate leaders. And there's a saying I grew up with in med school. It was to cure sometimes, to relieve often, to comfort always. And our world has had to pivot from cure to relief to comfort and back to relief and cure more dramatically than at any time I have ever remembered. And in the face of a global pandemic, there has been groundbreaking research that has led to incredible advances in medicine. And with COVID, vaccinology, vaccine science, you've had these successful mRNA vaccines like the Pfizer Moderna vaccines that are getting us out of this pandemic as we speak. And we've also seen a reinvention of how hospitals function and how hospital protocols are being created and evolving at a rapid pace. What am I talking about? What do these adjustments have in common? Is that they're all leaders who thought outside the box. Don't be afraid to pivot. Don't be afraid to capitalize on your own uniqueness. You're all unique. You're all graduates, and you are all leaders. And whatever gifts you have, use it. Be resourceful. Don't be afraid to think outside the box and use your own uniqueness to lead, inform, and inspire. My whole life has been outside the box, and it's always about being resourceful. And if I can do it, you definitely can. And use your platform to inform and educate. Fight disinformation and misinformation with patience and knowledge, because that is what a real leader does. You are selected to go to WCU not only to learn, but to lead. So speak the truth about the social issues causing your patients to suffer. Speak the truth about what's real and what's fiction in medicine and science, for that is what a true leader does. And this pandemic, it has forced us to look within ourselves to survive. And another take-home point is to never, ever underestimate yourself. You have survived. You are here. You are graduates. You are a healthcare provider. We have all had moments in our lives where we've had to survive and persist. Uniquely, you've had to persist and show resolve, in addition to having a challenging and demanding curriculum. You had a pandemic also to overcome learning remotely and doing everything you can to educate yourself and graduate in time and at times in a quarantine setting. And you know what? It's all paid off. Each one of you is a survivor, strengthened by your past and leading us into a post-pandemic world of prosperity, health, peace, and goodwill to all. And you, more than anyone else, the class of 2021 at West Coast University, you're graduating with a sense of real purpose, real intention. Carry that with you. Carry the lessons you've learned in the last 14 months, and also in your school learnings to your future and beyond. And during this pandemic, there have been moments we have had to act fast, responsibly, and compassionately in our personal life. Now apply that to your future, because the tools you have gained at West Coast University will make you an even better healthcare provider, more than you could possibly imagine. Trust the science, trust the medicine, trust yourself, and lead others to do so as well. Communicate to your patient the value of your trust in medicine and healthcare. And most importantly, lead with compassion and empathy, which is the reason why we all got into healthcare in the first place, to help others. Your careers reflect our world right now. And right now, there's light at the end of the tunnel. And like that tunnel, your future is only getting brighter and brighter each and every day. We will get through this with you leading the charge. We are depending on you. We are counting on you. We need you, and today we celebrate you. Wishing you all my love and respect, and congratulations to the class of 2021 at West Coast University.